Now, when a Power Rangers fan usually thinks about anniversary episodes, they usually first think about Forever Red. It's one of the most legendary ones out there, with 10 Red Rangers returning, as well as the return of the Machine Empire and Serpentera. A lot of fans loved it for good reason. And with most of the original actors coming back for this, as well as each one of them getting their own kind of spotlight here in a total of a 30-minute episode, technically 22, it was a crazy fleet to have. And it kind of made fans want more episodes like this. Like, what if we had a Forever Blue with all the different types of Blue Rangers, like Billy could be there and be the leader, or maybe have like a Forever Yellow, as yellow is a color seen in most Power Ranger seasons. The opportunities are literally endless for these types of team ups. But what if I told you there was a Forever Black team up with Black Rangers from Power Rangers history, as well as some you've never seen before? Well, I think it's finally time we talk about it. Yo, what's up everybody, it's Este here, and today we're talking about Forever Black, one of the lesser known and really underrated Power Ranger stories out there. This Forever Black story is actually one of many short stories seen in the 2017 Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Annual by Boom Studios. In a separate universe on a ruined Earth, Rita Repulsa had a power-seeking monster called Crystal Cryptid that had nearly destroyed their world along with the rest of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Except one, of course, that being Adam, the second Black Ranger in Power Rangers history. But he looks a little bit different in this appearance. We see that Adam was being sent on a mission to a secret location so that he can use his power crystal to create a beacon that would seek out Black Rangers from other universes. Now, you may remember the power crystals from the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers series. It was actually one of the most important parts of the season. They would use it every time they would jump into their Dinozords and unlock its powers to form the Megazord. But in this case, in this universe, Adam had to use his black crystal to try to power up this beacon and really send out a signal for help. Because in this universe, he is the only Mighty Morphin Power Ranger, or probably Power Ranger out there. Jason couldn't do it, Kimberly couldn't do it, and not even Tommy could take down this monster. And in these pages, we see the ruins that are surrounded, such as the command center, as well as the Black Shogun Zord too. But as soon as Adam got there, the Crystal Cryptid was shortly behind. However, Adam would manage to activate the teleporter, as a beam of light would reach out to the multiverse. And let me tell you, this Crypto Cryptid monster is actually very powerful. Now, the only reason this Crypto Cryptid monster is so powerful is because it actually runs on power crystals. It is assumed that Rita Repulsa actually created Crystal Cryptid to be the most unstoppable force against the Rangers. Since it runs on their power crystals, you know, the stuff that powers up Megazords, it was ideal that this monster would eventually destroy the Power Rangers as well as the universe. And we can see these teams' crystals running through their body, as well as it being able to fly, create crystals that imprison its victim, as well as extendable arms. In another universe, we pan over to a different version of Zach, who is talking to Kimberly, worried about the state of their team. And you know, this is probably one of the most important parts of this short story because it really shows how crazy the Power Rangers' lives must have been. They were literally teenagers fighting multiple monsters a week, getting into these big robots, and there is a lot of unspoken trauma in these regards, and these pages shine light on it a little bit. As in this case, the Zords were in critical condition, and he questions how many more battles they could possibly win. Kimberly would reassure Zach here that they will be able to get through any battle they face, as long as they work as a team, which is, you know, the most essential part of a Power Rangers team. But of course, suddenly this emotional part would end as we see Zach being trapped in this, you know, darkish energy source that would teleport him up into the sky. And during this teleportation, he would actually hear Adam's distress call onto the universe, and Zach would agree and morph up. And on that next page, we see every different version of the Black Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, some that you've seen in the TV show as well as the comics, and some you have literally never seen before, and some that are only in the imagination of like a 5-year-old. But before we move on, let's talk about today's sponsor, Surfshark. With Surfshark, you can travel the multiverse. Who are you? I'm you. From the universe where we wear our hoodies backwards. E-Squad, it's actually me from another universe. I got so many questions.
Lay it on me, my son. Ask any questions you wish.
In your universe, what do you do when you join a public Wi-Fi network? Well, I connect to the network and do all my work there. I check my bank account. I talk to my sneaky links. Well, that was your first mistake. You should have used Surfshark. With Surfshark, you can travel the multiverse that is the planet Earth, with over 3,000 servers in 95 different countries. You can get past all those horrible geo-blocks, like flying over virtually to the UK Netflix to watch shows like The Office and Rick and Morty. And once you get that VPN actually set, you will be as strong as a mecha, keeping you safe on those public Wi-Fi networks with a military-grade encryption. And you can access all that sensitive information like your bank account details or the Morphin Grid access codes safely and privately. Windows, Mac, iOS, Android. You'll be protected on all regions. Hey, excuse me though, how do I get that? It's very simple actually. Click the first link in the description down below and use promo code Este to get 83% off as well as 3 extra months for free. And you know, there is no risk here since you have that 30-day money back guarantee. You lose nothing from trying. So check it out, support them, support the channel, and be at peace with your internet safety today. Thanks for the heads up, kid.
Bruh.
Anyways, let's get back on topic. We got, of course, the first character, which is, you know, the Adam from this universe, from this destroyed future universe. He's rocking some facial hair, some gray hair too. He looks very old here. He is the leader of this Power Ranger team, as well as being the oldest one, probably. We then, of course, get 2 different Adams from 2 different time periods. The first one is actually a version of Adam from Power Rangers in Space. You know, from that episode where he would use the broken Power Morpher and Power Coin to become the Black Ranger once again. But like in the TV show, in this comic book, he isn't really firmly holding on to this form as we see it phase both in and out. The other Adam we see here is from Operation Overdrive, specifically the Once a Ranger team up, one of the other most underrated Power Ranger team ups out there. He's wearing the Defender vest, what's one of the arsenal from the Operation Overdrive Rangers. One of the other different versions of the Mighty Morphin Black Ranger that we see here is actually Abraham, one of the Wild West Rangers. Yes, that exists. It was an episode of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, a very weird one at that, a multi-part episode too. And you can tell he's one of the Wild West Rangers because he has a scarf. Yep, a cowboy scarf. We also get to see some representation from the 1995 Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie with the Black Ninja Ranger, that also being Adam. That's here too. The comic book versions of the Black Rangers also get some love here as we see the modern day version of Zack, the one from the main Mighty Morphin Power Ranger comic book series. This Zack comes from the year 2016. It's Zack from the 1993 show, but they got iPhones now. We also see the MMPR Pink version of Zack Taylor that was a different storyline just about Kimberly and her adventures. And this version of the Black Ranger suit has pink and white accents. A different version of Zack is also seen here too, and I start by asking this question: what if Zack stayed on the team? Mighty Morphin, right? He would eventually get those ninja powers too, so we see a different Black Ninja Ranger, but that of course being Zack. We also have a different version of the 1993 television series Zack, this Black Ranger of course having Tommy's dragon shield on it. That one is from the Oyster Stew episode. Before I move on though, I do want to ask, do you want to be forever E-Squad? It's simple, subscribe and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on any single one of my videos. And because I love the E-Squad so much, E-Squad comment of the day, leave a funny comment down below, put E-Squad in it, and you might be in the next video. And we see many different versions of the Black Ranger that straight up never been seen before, not even a comic book, so let's go read up on them. We first have a superhero variant of the Black Ranger. You can tell because this one flies and has a cape, kind of like the Superman version of the Black Ranger, which the Justice League did have a collaboration story with the Power Rangers. So there's also an alternate color version, technically not a Black Ranger, but maybe, you know, it's opposite day in this universe. Instead of black being the main color, it's white, and instead of white diamonds on the suit, they're black. One of the coolest versions of the Black Ranger here is this one that's kind of seen like an exosuit, kind of like an Iron Man, Hulkbuster type of scenario. It's a full mecha type suit, and you know what? It's sick. I love it. There's also a girl version of the Black Ranger here that is called Miss Taylor. We never really found out the first name. Would it be Zacharina or something? Also, canonically speaking, this was the first girl Black Ranger out there. There's also a futuristic high-tech version of the Black Ranger that makes his own steps when he walks, okay? As well as a medieval version of the Ranger, that being Sir Zachary, the Black Knight Ranger, with a sleek body, and of course, wielding that power axe. But of course, we end off this team with the one and only original Black Ranger from the 1993 TV series, Zack. Before we move on, I do want to ask though, what is your favorite Black Ranger in Power Rangers history? Let me know in the comments down below. Leave a like to lock in your answer. 1,500 likes and I'll do more videos just like this one. And with that, the team is ready and they're ready to duel. We see this whole Black Ranger team go strike for the Crystal Cryptid, and it's Blade Blaster and Power Axe galore as they all race to this villainous foe. And we don't really see a big battle play out on these pages, mostly because, you know, there's hella Black Rangers, one monster, so they just punched it in the face probably one time and it was done with. So this monster was dead almost instantly, dropping the power crystals of the other fallen Rangers, with this version of Adam picking him up so he can restore his own universe. And in the last page, we see TV Zack talking to Comic Zack as well as Ninja Adam, with the Comic Zack Joe complimenting 1993 TV Zack about his flat top, which Zack's hairstyles from that show is the subject of many tweets. We then see a final conversation with this future Adam, saying how his power crystal can only have them in their universe for a short period, but appreciates them and their battle. We see the Comic Zack talk to future Adam one last time, saying how he had troubles in his own world. But like any Black Ranger, they say how they never give up. And we end off this short story with all those Zacks and Adams being teleported back to their universe. And that was a story of Forever Black, one of the most important team ups out there too. So important though, but there were some Black Rangers missing. There was, you know, the 1969 Black Ranger, Jamie Gilmore. I guess she just wasn't invited. Also 2017 Power Rangers movie Zack. What happened to it? Didn't get the invite? Wasn't in the mail? Maybe they denied the call. They were being called upon. They were like, actually, I don't want to do this. And you know, thinking about it now, it's no wonder why this story was overlooked by fans. It's literally 6 pages of a book. Still cool though, nevertheless. I liked it. I liked reading it. The Black Mighty Morphin Power Ranger is probably one that has returned a lot. Like, not even an anniversary sense, just like generally. And it has a lot of different appearances and variations, so it's nice seeing all of them just laid out here in this special. Put that alongside some new versions like a Knight or a Mecha, and you get a story to remember rather than one you should forget. Thank you so much for watching this video, E-Squad. I love you to death. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, DDonFuego. I'm also on Instagram, NotDonFuego. Have a good morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you're at. And of course, and as always, stay awesome, everybody.
Like, subscribe for more. Peace out.